that. Oh god. That's more sour than I was expecting.
Lemonade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine was grapefruit.
Oh.
I should have asked you if you wanted the grapefruit.
You just, yeah.
I'm not even a big grapefruit guy.
Yeah.
That was very mediocre.
All right. Hello, welcome to the Just Chatter podcast. My name is Ben, and my co-host Jared.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Jared,
Good.
how are you?
Good. I'm well. I'm well.
You well?
I feel bad. That was a how you doing to them. Not
Oh, you're talking to me.
I guess, yeah, but
They're not gonna respond.
you never know. Comment down below. How you doing?
Stupid.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm happy to be back. I don't even know what episode this is. It's like 6?
Something like that.
I think it's
We
6.
keep doing like every other week.
I know.
Like we just keep losing track of time.
I think it's even every other 2 weeks.
Has it?
It's been about 2 weeks.
There's been a couple notes that I took out of there because they were kind of old.
Yeah, I'm gonna look when the last one was. And to be fair, that wouldn't even be when we recorded it. It's when we uploaded it.
Fair enough. That is true.
It was bada bada bing, bada ba, bada bada boo.
But
2 weeks ago.
But yeah, it was about 2 weeks.
So it would have been about 3 weeks that we recorded it.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
We both have a lot of notes, and this is a very special episode.
Yeah, we got a couple little fun things planned this
Yeah.
time around.
And my most anticipated, by the way, is episode 6, is our top 5 list. We're gonna do a top 5 worst and top 5 best movies of 2024.
Oh, yeah. Before we get into that, Jared, what have you been doing this week?
What have I been
Past
doing
2
this
weeks?
week?
What have we done?
What have we done? Okay. Well, what have I been doing this week? There's
Sure.
one thing that I wanted to talk about that I did that you didn't do.
Okay.
Is I went and saw A Complete Unknown, the Timothy
did?
Chalamet movie, and I kind of wanted to talk about that just a hot minute.
Okay, go for it, man.
Um,
I know nothing.
I know. So, what do you know about Bob Dylan?
Nothing. I don't know music.
Okay.
Yeah, you know this.
So this was he started out as like a folk singer.
Okay.
Like very just like one guy and a guitar, and that was in like the early 60s when that music was kind of going out of style. And it's kind of the story of how he got started and then when he switched to more rock, playing with a band, and how people didn't like that at first. Everybody was super against it, and like, you are a folk singer, like you need to
like,
stay.
what are you doing?
Yeah, we want you to keep playing these songs that made you famous. And he's like, I don't want to keep singing the same song over and over and over again. I want to write new music. And it was kind of that story. It also had some other characters in it. Like it had Johnny Cash in it as well. He was apparently a little part of Bob Dylan's life. And Joan Baez. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she was a super famous folk singer who actually Bob Dylan cheated on his girlfriend with her. And that kind of ruined their whole relationship. Who he was the only girl he really ever loved, he cheated on. And, yeah. But yeah, it was a great movie. Timothy Chalamet did amazing as Bob Dylan, and his like accent. Bob Dylan has a very weird voice, and so his accent was spot on, nailed it.
Like pulling another Elvis, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, how would you say this was? This movie like a because my only point of reference was it we watched Elvis. What was the other one?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Thank you. But they were done very differently.
This was done very differently as well. I feel a lot less like colorful and stuff like that. It was more just like down to earth. Like, this is just a guy, and this is his story. So
it wasn't as colorful as like the Elvis movie.
No, not at all.
Gotcha.
Very less showmanship and like performance, and more just like
this
singing.
is what happened.
This is his story.
Got it. So more traditional, I guess you would say.
Yeah, but I loved it. It was great. Had a really good time. But I'm thinking you wouldn't have liked it if you'd seen it. I feel like you would have been very bored.
Yeah.
Probably
Because
it wasn't as, like I said, as colorful and like, oh, this is like an event, like Bohemian Rhapsody was or Elvis was. So
I really did like the Elvis one because it was very colorful.
Yeah,
it was fun. But speaking of Timothy Chalamet, we finally finished Dune 2.
We did.
It took forever.
We finished Dune.
We watched half of it like a month or two ago.
Yeah, I think it was about 2 months ago, probably.
and we finally finished it. Last night I was just like, you know what, let's do it, and we finished it.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
I don't remember the first. Again, I felt like stuff was starting to happen and the movie stopped.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like the whole like first half and first 3/4, nothing's happening. When stuff starts to happen, it ends. And that's my problem with the first one too.
I feel like this one took everything I kind of liked about the first one and did it better. Like, I really like we said, Timothy Chalamet in this character as Paul Atreides. I think he does really good. I like the lore aspect. Like, you find out more about, I'm going to try and pronounce this, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. Lisan al-Gaib. I don't know. Something like that.
Something like
their
that.
Messiah prophecy, you know, and
yeah.
like how it was just kind of a hoax made up by the Bene Gesserit and stuff to make these people have some kind of hope.
It became like true.
But then it came true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that aspect. I also like that he didn't follow those like hero stereotypes in certain ways. Like, he didn't just sacrifice everything for the girl and, you know, just do everything for her. And, you know, kind of spoilers, but this movie's been out since March. In the end, he's like, I'm not going to put my love and everything and my whole like this world on the line and these people on the line for Zendaya. You know, I'm gonna just do the thing and marry the princess. Yeah. And I really like this movie a lot more than
I don't know. I feel like there's all this hype with these movies, and then you watch it and it's like there's cool bits for sure, but it feels like there's a lot of spinning tires.
Mm-hmm.
And not that much really happens.
I can see that.
Like, there are pieces, there's stuff that happens, but not like enough. The end of the movie felt like the midpoint for me.
Well, I mean, technically it is the midpoint. You know, it is only chapter 2 of a trilogy, you know? The story's not over yet.
Well, then maybe it shouldn't be several movies. Maybe it should be condensed a little bit.
But then if you do that, then you get the 1980s Dune, which is terrible. So, like, maybe once this story's complete, you'll like it more, you know?
It would have to be one of those things where I watch it all at once. But at the same time, I don't know if I have that sort of, like, stamina.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's an endurance thing.
It's a lot.
What can I
say? Shut up. I don't think you knew anything about that.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well,
Speaking
the next
of
thing...
Zendaya.
Oh, okay. You're not used to me having notes, I know.
I know. You talked about us. I was sitting here. I was really thinking about it this morning. We talked about this yesterday. How she always felt very wooden in like all her performances.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because you take a snapshot of like a single scene, she's great. But then you put the whole performance together and it's like, why is this just like lacking?
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
There are some performances I like her better in. I can't think of any right now.
She's got like that resting like mean girl face. It's just like, leave me alone. And I think that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of her emotions are like look very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just hard to tell. But the scene in Dune where he was like, I just want to take her as my bride, not talking about her, you can see the pain in her.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is a good example of a good time.
Yeah.
Like where she did great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just weird. And I was thinking about it this morning. I don't know why my mind went there, but it did.
You're thinking about Zendaya this morning. What can you say?
You said you had something?
I do. Well, I just wanted to talk about another thing we've been watching. Creature Commandos.
Okay. Okay. Did you see that they confirmed the season 2? They greenlit season 2.
Cool.
Which
because
doesn't surprise me.
I really like this show. It's a lot of fun.
Love it.
It's a lot of fun.
It's very sexually charged.
Oh yeah. Very horny.
Very. Oh my god.
But it's so good. Like, I love all the characters. Like G.I. Robot, Weasel, Bride of Frankenstein.
I love. Oh my gosh.
Dr. Phosphorus.
What was it? The whole with the General Flag and then Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
The whole time, this was the most amazing buddy cop dynamic.
Yes.
And the latest episode, it was hilarious. Loved it.
But dude, the Weasel episode. Oh my gosh! Like, no spoilers, but that's so good. So well done.
Well, they're obviously trying to touch upon every character. I'm interested to see, like, what's the water girl? What her face? Nina.
Yeah.
What's her deal?
Yeah.
She doesn't seem like somebody that should be in prison to begin with.
No, I agree.
So like, what's her deal? I'm really curious about that.
Yeah. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out, 'cause there's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
So I know we have Nina and Dr. Phosphorus still to have a backstory of.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm loving this like new era of DC.
I know.
I'm
I'm
like,
excited.
and
I'm genuinely
I'm
excited.
getting in on it when it starts,
Yeah.
which is more exciting for me. 'Cause I did not get in on the DCU,
Yeah. Yeah.
and by the time I started even halfway paying attention to it, we were like 3 movies in.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, but this, I'm like here at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Like, we have time to get excited for Superman and time to get excited for everything to come. You know, we're starting with Creature Commandos, and we only got more to look forward to. So
you mentioned Superman, right?
I did mention Superman.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
So there was a Superman trailer that came out.
There was.
It was amazing. It was beautiful.
It's fantastic. It like genuinely has me hyped, and this is something I kind of wanted to talk about, but I think a few weeks ago we talked about what movie we're looking forward to next year the most.
Yeah.
Superman. For me, after seeing the trailer, Superman.
The more I see the trailer, because going through the movies and stuff, you just see it.
Yeah.
The more I'm getting excited for it.
It looks so much fun.
For some reason, people were saying that they don't like the way he looks.
I love it. I think it looks
I
perfect.
think he looks amazing.
Yeah.
They're comparing it to Witcher, and I'm like, that's literally the same show with a different actor.
Yeah.
This is an entire different
Yeah.
universe. Like, come
Yeah.
on. He doesn't look bad. He does not look bad. I don't know what people were saying.
No, I know. And I
It's
mean,
ridiculous.
just the fact that this is not only going to be like, it's not going to be an origin story, you know, because we all know the origin of Superman.
I did like that. They were like, they're moving past. We're like, it's already established.
Yeah.
Justice League is already a thing.
Well, Justice League isn't a thing yet, but the Justice Society is, or something. That's why it's like,
Isn't Justice Society the bad Justice League?
yeah, that's why I forget what it is exactly that they're going to have, but
The heroes are established.
yes, like Guy Gardner Green Lantern is a thing.
Like
Hawkgirl is a
Bloodsport
thing.
talked about shooting a bullet at Superman.
Yeah.
Like that was a thing. Like,
Yeah, and even though they haven't confirmed that the Suicide Squad's canon,
fair enough.
they pretty much
literally
do
talk
in
about the
Creature
event in
Commandos. They
Suicide
talk
Squad.
about like Project Starfish and, you know.
Yeah, I did kind of loop to that in a weird way.
Yeah, yeah,
They want to talk about that, but
yeah.
I'm excited for Superman.
I'm very excited. And the score, that music,
Mhm.
that like just that original score but with electric guitar.
Yes.
So good.
Beautiful. I loved. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited, man.
Same here.
And Superman's always been one of those kind of drier characters, but I think it's got me going.
Smallville's actually what made me fall in love with Superman.
I
gotta
love
admit.
Small. It's kind of the same, yeah.
Yeah, like I liked the Superman movies. I loved the original ones with Christopher Reeve as a kid, but he was never one of my favorite comic book characters. Then
Yeah.
I watched Smallville, and I was like, I kind of love this character. I really do. Like, you get so attached, and it's like,
Yes.
yes, I'm really excited
Did
to
you,
see a
um,
good Superman movie.
Watch the Lois and Clark show. Apparently,
You mean the Superman and Lois show?
yes, that one.
I haven't yet. I've watched like the first 2 episodes, but I really want to sit down and watch it.
I keep seeing clips, and people seem to like it a lot.
Mhm.
I don't know. It seems like it'd actually be really cool to watch.
Yeah, I would like to watch that eventually.
It's weird because it exists with the CW universe.
But like a parallel universe or something. It's like
Yeah.
they're not in the same dimension as like Arrow and stuff.
Yeah, but he's in the same dimension as Supergirl, and that is not a good show. It's not a good show.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just.
But while we're talking about the DCU, did you hear about the Clayface movie? That's
I
coming out.
did.
That's
And-
interesting.
I heard the only reason they made it because they had the script ready first. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, we're greenlighting it because you have the script ready, so sure.
And it must be a good script if James
Yeah.
Gunn okayed it.
Basically, he was like, I'm not greenlighting anything until I see the script.
Yeah. And they have a script for it, and I'm very curious to see where that goes. Because
Yeah.
Clayface is an interesting character to do a movie about. Yeah.
It's so funny because we talk about like the Spider-Man like villains, why they have individual movies, but then we're like Clayface, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like, is it possible to have a good Spider-Man villain movie? Because the Clayface can have a good. I mean, it's not out yet.
And they haven't said if Batman's going to be in it. Like, Batman could be in it and just Clayface be the main character. You know? That
Huh.
could be how they do it. Even if he's not a big part, he could show up at the end or something. Whereas these Spider-Man spin-off movies, they were all like, yeah, Spider-Man's not in any of them. For sure. And then they'd tease little stuff. Like, they would do the Morbius trailer with Spider-Man in the background on the wall. And then they would do, like, the little... Venom travels to a different dimension and Spider-Man's there, but then
Uh-huh.
they don't even meet and stuff. And it's like, you know what you're doing. Stop it, Sony, you evil corporation.
There was a flash in the pan rumor about them trying to possibly sell Spider-Man
Really?
back to Disney. I don't think that's true anymore. I don't remember. It's been a while since I saw that little article or whatever.
Okay.
But what are they doing?
I don't know.
What are
Hopefully
they going to
stopping.
do?
Hopefully stopping.
Because Craven was like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
It killed it.
Which I want to talk about Craven
Which,
more.
I mean, it was dead already.
I want to talk about Craven more, but I just want to mention one more thing about the DCU.
Oh, yeah, no.
Did you hear today they announced Jason Momoa was cast as Lobo in the Supergirl movie that's coming out?
Here's the thing. I can see that,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm also like, that's Aquaman.
It is.
It's
it is.
hard to disconnect.
But, I mean, think
But
about
I
how much
can
makeup's
see
going to be
it.
on him. You know?
I can see it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, he has the hair, man. And
Yeah.
He's got the build.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He would look really good. And I'm excited
He
for the Supergirl movie. Like, to think that that's only coming a year after Superman, I'm pumped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the DCU is getting they're finally getting their feet under them.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we leave DC,
Uh-huh.
my dog is losing her mind. We did watch Suicide Squad. We talked about it briefly. I had never seen it.
We did.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And it was because we were watching Creature Commandos and we're like, okay, they reference it. It's not officially canon, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
And Weasel died in the beginning, and I was like, oh, it's not canon. And then, of course, at the end, he wakes up. I'm like, so it is freaking canon.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, but it
And-
made me excited for Peacemaker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when with Peacemaker season 2 being canon to the
Oh, it is officially canon.
season 2 will be
Season 2 specifically.
Season 2 specifically. So I'm thinking there's going to be
Weird.
something that's like that happens. Apparently all of season 1 except the last episode is going to be canon.
That's when Justice League shows up. That's why.
Yeah, okay, so you did know about that. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that part's not going to be canon.
Hmm.
But everything else will be. So it'll basically be like an alternate dimension where everything happened the same, and then season 2's canon.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, it's confusing, but at the same time, anybody who really cares would understand.
Yeah, yeah. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can get it, you know?
Yeah, they're people. I kind of like how they're not treating people as stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
They're
if
like,
you want to
you
know,
get it.
you can figure it out.
Yeah.
And then also with DC, the Batman 2 got delayed.
Because
Why? You said something about this, and I don't know where you heard that.
I saw a couple articles about them saying it was delayed because they're trying to incorporate it into the new DCU.
That would be awesome. This
Like,
is
that's
a
the
good
reasoning.
Batman. I know you disagree, but this is a good Batman, and I would love to see this
I
version
don't
of Batman.
deny that it's it's a good Batman. I just don't think it was a good Batman movie.
Okay. As long
I
as
don't
you
see
think
that
it's
the
a good
character
Batman.
himself isn't bad.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the style choices of the movie.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on back to Marvel, looping back around.
Sure. Yeah.
We were start talking about Craven, and we kind of stopped ourselves
Oh
there.
yes. Let's talk about Craven.
Craven. Oh my god.
I don't have any more notes, so yeah.
Okay, so this movie, it wasn't the worst of the Spum universe,
No.
but it was not good. It was not. It was not good.
It was terrible.
It was okay.
Then it was really bad.
had one of my favorite scenes ever, though.
We didn't get him, sir. Sorry.
Rhino like freaks out, but doesn't freak out.
Yeah.
I saw something somewhere. Somebody was like, "Yeah, they probably couldn't like make a lot of noise in this location, so they were going to ADR it and just forgot."
Yes. Oh my god, that
It
would be
makes
amazing.
sense because you can't just scream because it might be like, it's probably a studio with people like next door or something.
That makes so much sense. I love that.
But it's just like, how much money did they spend on this movie? And they couldn't like what? Who saw that and went, "It's okay"?
Yeah.
We could have just had a guy, because it's not even his voice; it's just a scream. Could have had a
Yeah.
guy just walk into a booth and take 5 minutes and just scream,
Yeah.
and it'd been fixed.
But then again, they also greenlit the line. What was it? My grandma died soon after. I haven't seen her since.
I sure would hope not. He's dead.
Oh my gosh. It was
Oh
so
my
bad.
gosh.
Like, in
Yeah.
all honesty, it's probably tied as my least favorite with something else. With Madam Web, I think. Madam Web, the more I think about Madam Web, the more I hate Madam Web. and everything that movie
here's the thing.
stood for.
Madam Web had a more interesting story. It was just done worse.
It was so bad.
This was a less interesting story. It just wasn't done as bad. So that they're kind of balancing out in that way.
Yeah.
But Madam Web is still worse in my opinion.
Madam Web was terrible.
Much worse.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The dubbing of the villain. Just why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Just stupid.
What else you got?
I saw Black Widow finally after
Oh,
all
yeah,
these
you
years.
did.
After all these years, I finally get to put the pieces together. See why Elena is it Elena? With an E? Yelena with a Y. Got it. Why she wanted to kill Hawkeye. It all makes sense now.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
old Christine was like, go kill him.
Yeah. Christine from Seinfeld.
No, actually, it's Old Avengers and New Christine, or New Avengers Old Christine is what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I mean, yes, you're not wrong.
She is Christine.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But what do you think of it? Do you like it?
I feel like it's not as bad as people say it was.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think people are dogging on it a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it really wasn't that bad.
I like the family dynamic. I like
Yeah.
Yelena a lot.
I just hate the timing of it.
Yeah.
We already knew this character died, and then you made us care about her.
Yeah.
It's like backwards. You should have did that the other way around.
I agree.
Which is weird.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad to know you liked it. And now you've officially caught up on
I'm
pretty much
officially
everything.
100% caught up in Marvel.
Yeah.
What if?
I haven't watched it.
It's good.
I've heard.
There's like one episode left. And
Did you watch it yet?
No, it's
Okay.
out because they release one like every day for like,
Yeah.
the holidays.
I gotta watch it.
It's really good.
I gotta go
dude.
home.
It's really good. And I can't say much because spoiler. I mean, it's what if. So like every episode's different,
Yeah.
kinda. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Okay.
Just
I'm
gonna leave it at
excited.
that. There's a lot I watched, and you did it for some reason.
No.
Like what the heck?
This
What's
doesn't-
going on
this
here?
doesn't happen. We're living bass backwards.
Yes. Going to the Bass Pro Shop. Yeah. But no, I saw Skeleton Crew, and you didn't.
I haven't watched it yet.
I gotta see the newest episode. Is there another one out today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's
Tomorrow.
right. It's really good, dude. It's seriously good. You have to watch it.
I know.
And I gotta watch Andor, obviously.
Yes. Which I actually kind of want to watch with you. I'm thinking. I don't know if we. I don't think they've released a release date for Peacemaker season 2. We got to see what comes out first: Peacemaker season 2 or Andor season 2.
Isn't Andor season 2 like the biggest budget
Yeah.
ever
Mm-hmm.
in like Star Wars?
And it's so good. Andor season 1 is so good. It's so good. I'm thinking we might watch that tonight. I don't know.
Okay, I know that it's like they can make anything good, even prequels and stuff.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time. The frick was that?
Nice.
Nice. Somebody just opened the door. Nice. But no. What was my whole train of thought? Just left.
Andor prequel.
Andor prequel. Oh, I was saying that I have a hard time getting excited for it when I know the planet's going to just get destroyed anyways.
Doesn't matter.
The whole thing. I
I
know.
know. Because no, I agree
like,
with you. I agree with you.
All the stuff they're
How-
doing isn't going to matter in the end.
It's like I agree with you. How am I going to care about what happened to this guy before? But then I watched it, and because I mean, like literally, I was like, "Who the frick cares about Andor?" And the only reason I was like, "Okay, well, at least I'll have something to like watch with my parents or something like late at night whenever I get home from work," and it's fantastic. Literally, my parents loved it. My mom likes Star Wars now, but she never used to. But my dad does not care about Star Wars at all. He loved it. I loved it. Like, if a Star Wars fan and a non-Star Wars fan can both be like, yes, it's great, it's fantastic, I want to watch the next season,
So, okay.
I think you'll love it.
So what I'm understanding of what kind of show it is, it's like a Rebels kind of show. Like they're fighting the man.
Better.
I'm
but
not.
yeah.
I'm not saying
No,
Rebels the show.
No,
I mean,
I
that's
know.
the theme.
Yes and no.
So
A little bit. You'll just have to watch it. That's the only way I can describe it. It's
Okay,
about
so it's-
Andor and what happened to him in like the 10 years before Rogue One. And how there's that line where he's like, I've been in this fight since I was 8 years old or something like that. And it's about that. But it's done in a very cool way where it's like 3 episode story arcs. And there's like a prison arc, and then there's a like, heist arc, and then there's like, it's really good.
okay.
And it makes you hate the Empire in certain ways.
Yeah.
And it's done really well, and I'm really excited to watch it. You know what? I'm looking it up when Peacemaker season 2 comes out. You go ahead and lead us into the next part.
Alrighty. So I'm done with Star Wars. I didn't mean that as in I'm not watching Star Wars. I meant as in I'm moving past Star Wars in this podcast.
So season 2 of Peacemaker is expected to release in August. So we're gonna watch Andor first because Andor season 2 comes out in April.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I don't have a segue into this, but I watched Mufasa, and so did you.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
No, that's another thing.
Well, God, I can't even talk about it now. What the heck?
Sure you can. Tell me about it. I watched A Complete Unknown, and you didn't, and I told you about it.
Fair enough. I guess you're not going to watch this movie then.
I might. I don't know. It depends on if I'm bored one day.
It was. That's a very good time to watch this movie when you're bored. This movie was a bit subpar. I'm not going to lie. I did like the fact that it is a new story, something that is genuinely interesting of how Mufasa came to be.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the Pride Rock, that was like the Promised Land. I didn't know all of that.
Yeah.
That's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
I just don't think it should be live action.
Yeah.
The quote unquote live action, because it's all CGI, obviously.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. Like the singing does not fit well with CGI animals. Works so much better. It's just an animated cartoon. Just like, why?
I don't know.
It was very subpar.
I've heard.
Moving on, another animated CGI-ish thing we saw, Sonic 3.
Fantastic.
We rated it amazing. Freaking Eggman was beautiful in this movie.
Yes, but so was Shadow, man. They treated Shadow so well.
Kira slided in like the first 5 minutes of him showing up.
Pulled out his Glock, started shooting.
He shot Sonic.
He did.
He was like, pow, pow.
And then there's like, oh my gosh, there's a lot that happened in that movie. And they didn't hold back. They didn't kidify his backstory or anything like that.
Yes.
They did it proper. And I loved it. I think it was probably the best video game movie ever.
They kept true to what he was. They didn't change it up so people could understand it. They're like, no, this is Shadow.
Yeah.
He had this backstory. He has these abilities. This is his personality. They didn't change it for Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I liked.
And I'm really excited for Sonic 4 now,
especially
with, I don't want to spoil it because it's only been out like 2 weeks, but the end credits scene was fantastic.
I mean, it's the same theme as the other two movies.
Yeah,
but somebody shows up.
Again, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because there was 2 things that showed up.
Yeah.
2 big things.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Yeah, I'm pumped.
And he doesn't mean Big the Cat. That's not what he's saying.
No. That would be pretty interesting, though.
You have anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. So I only have a couple things.
Okay, go for it.
So we did see September. That's old. I'm gonna move past that one.
September 5th?
Yeah.
Good movie. I fell asleep. I feel bad.
It was a good movie.
Good movie.
We saw War Over Harem, Old Notes, moving
good
past
movie.
that.
Good movie.
Alan Wake 2, dude.
Good movie, War Over Harem.
You need to freaking finish that.
I like the War Over Harem.
I like that movie. It was a good movie.
It was pretty good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You need to finish Alan Wake, man. I'm already forgetting things, and I need to talk. I need to talk about it.
I'm sorry. I'll be off Friday. Maybe I'll try and
You're so behind though.
I know.
It's gonna take more than one little binge session. There's a lot left to do.
Maybe not.
There's a lot to do.
Okay, maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe I'll play some tonight.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Dude.
I know.
You were like, it's my favorite game.
It
but
is.
then you didn't
the first
even
one is my
play
favorite.
Oh my
I know.
God.
I know. I haven't even finished playing Great Circle yet.
I haven't even started Great Circle.
And then, I did buy a MetaQuest 3.
You did.
And
I started playing Batman.
I started playing Batman Arkham Shadow, who the main villain is Ratcatcher in it.
Oh.
Which it's actually pretty interesting so far. And the combat is so much fun. You literally have to hit certain parts on a guy and then knock him out. Huh? No, rat followers. I don't know. They're weird. But it's good. It's fun.
Nice.
I like it. You get to actually grab the grappling gun and then hold it up in the air and grapple and grab your chest and throw the batarang and stuff, and it's cool. And then you put your hand up to your head to do the detective vision. Super
nice.
Cool. Super cool.
So we were doing a top 5, right?
Yes.
Top 5 and bottom 5.
I'm excited. Let's do bottom 5 first.
Oh, I thought we were going to do bottom of each list and then move our way up.
Sure. We can do that.
The worst.
Did you do any honorable mentions or no?
I have a couple honorable mentions. We
Okay,
want to
cool.
do those first? Or?
Yeah, and then we'll switch off doing.
So, my honorable mentions aren't movies; they're actually shows.
Oh, okay.
Penguin,
So good.
great show.
So good. That would be in my honorable mention as
That
well.
is
for
the
show.
honorable mention for one of the best ones.
Okay.
Honorable mention from the worst ones: Halo Season 2.
Did that come out this year?
Yes, Halo Season 2. We had to watch the whole first season to catch up. Remember?
So bad.
It was so bad.
So bad.
A lot. Okay. In compiling this list, I realized just how much came out this year.
Yeah, I know.
We started this YouTube channel this year, beginning of this year,
We did.
but everything we've seen together has all been in this year.
That's wild.
That's a lot.
That's true. Like
There's
new
a
movies?
lot.
Yeah.
And I will be honest, there's a lot of recency bias
Okay.
in my list because I don't remember half the stuff.
Okay. I
But
have
those
some
are my honorable
I have
mentions.
some older stuff on there.
Okay.
Okay. So I have
You doing your honorable mentions? Or?
yeah, hold on. Let me hold on. My bad. Okay. So, I have 4 dishonorable mentions.
Okay.
Ghostbusters.
you got
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I did not like at all. Thought it was super
so much worse than the other one.
so bad compared to Afterlife, and I was
Yeah.
really excited for it after
Yeah,
Afterlife.
I was like, I saw a triple feature. One
Yeah.
was Kung Fu Panda, the other one was that, and then the other one was like
Godzilla.
Godzilla. And I was like, that was the worst one.
Yeah, it was. It was really bad. There was a weird subplot with the ghost girl who was like,
That was weird. The
Yeah.
firekeeper or whatever that had
Yeah.
that served literally no purpose.
it was,
He could have not been in that movie, and like nothing would have changed.
yeah. But yeah, so didn't like that. And then the other 3 worst movies are the Spawn movies: Craven, Madam Web, and Venom 3.
You could have explained Spum.
Yeah, so this is in another podcast that we listen to. They made up the term, this is the Weekly Planet. They made up the term SPUM for Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters or something. SPUM. So that's why I like to call it.
It's a pretty good name.
But yeah, so those are the dishonorable mentions. And then the honorable mentions are The Substance, which I loved.
Ooh.
You didn't like, but I love. That movie has stuck with me. Like
It stuck with me, but not for good reason.
I
stuck with me the same way that Terrifier stuck with me.
yeah, but see, I liked The Substance. I liked the story behind it.
I didn't care for it.
I know, but I really liked it. The Wild Robot.
Aww.
Thought it was so good. That
Yeah,
made me cry. That was a
yeah.
double feature day. That was The Substance and Wild Robot.
Oh my god. Yeah. The total whiplash.
yeah.
That movie had 4 endings.
What movie?
Wild Robot. It ended
Oh,
like 4 times.
That's right, it did. I forgot about that. Alien Romulus
Not
was
seen it.
really good. Really
I wanna
good.
see it.
It might be. I think it is my favorite Alien movie. Which I know is
I've
like
only
blasphemy.
seen the first one.
But it's really good. And then 2 recent bias movies, A Complete Unknown, I loved, thought was great, and Nosferatu, thought was great as well.
Okay.
So those are my honorable mentions.
Alrighty.
So,
So I say we pick the
Fifth
last
worst?
of our top and the last of our bottom. If that makes sense.
yeah, so 5th worst.
5th worst and 5th best.
Yep. Okay. So what's your 5th worst?
My 5th worst is Saturday Night because it was just boring.
Oh wow!
And nothing happened.
I forgot about that movie.
Nothing. Exactly. Nothing happened.
It's funny though. I've been watching like top 10 lists. A few different like Instagram movie reviewers and stuff have put that as their number 1.
Nothing happened.
And I'm like,
The show didn't even start. The end of
Yeah.
the movie was the start of the show.
yeah,
You didn't even see the. Nothing happened.
yeah,
Literally nothing happened.
yeah.
Too chaotic.
Okay. My 5th worst was Argyle. It was horrible.
You told me it was pretty bad.
It was really bad. I went to see it with my parents. They didn't like it. I didn't like it. Nobody liked it. And it's weird because it's like it's a Kingsman prequel or sidequel or something.
Oh, it's in the Kingsman universe.
It's in the Kingsman universe.
Oh, no,
But they don't
only
even
good
like
Kingsman was the
reveal
first
that.
one.
And it's very confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not good. It's not good at all. And I never want to watch it again.
Fair enough.
Okay, 5th best.
Lord of the Rings: War of the Rohirrim.
Really?
I liked that movie.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I took a second to get into it, but after like, I don't know, maybe half an hour in, I'm like, I'm just gelling with this.
Yeah.
I'm excited for a new freaking Lord of the Rings after how many freaking... I mean, they had to make it, or else they'd lose like the rights and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, still, it was good. They actually put effort into it, and to see an animated movie come out like a drawn animated movie this time, like nowadays.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it was like a Japanese studio, so it's more common over there. But still,
It was cool.
Like, it was dope.
And I was happy we got to watch it. We got to watch it in IMAX too, which was really cool.
It was great.
It was really good.
I really enjoyed it. The music was beautiful. I loved how the main character wasn't. That's a good female lead character.
Yes, 100%. I agree.
They weren't like, she's beating up every single dude, because realistically, she's like half the size of these dudes.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
But
she also wasn't a wimp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she literally fought the main dude and won.
Mm-hmm.
It just was realistic. And I liked it.
It wasn't a strength aspect either. It was more of a skillmanship and swordsmanship.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I liked it.
All right. What was yours?
My fifth best was I know we just kind of talked about this and it didn't sound like it would be on my list, but it is. Dune Part 2. I really like Dune Part 2 because
okay.
I like the world. I like the world building, which I know is something you've talked about before with other things. Like you don't really think it's the best story or something. I forget what you were talking about, but you don't think it's the best story, but you love the world building of some stuff. And that's what I really like about Dune. I like the idea that I don't know anything about this world. I haven't read the books. I don't know the story. It's not a super popular book series to where it's like Harry... I mean, like, to where...
It is a very popular book series.
Okay. What I mean is it's not, like, everywhere.
I know it's not. I know what you mean.
Like, oh, this is what happens. You know, it's not like when Harry Potter was coming out and people were, like, before the movie... saying like, oh, Snape kills Dumbledore in this one and stuff, you know? Yeah. There isn't that kind of stuff to spoil. So it's like I'm learning with the movies as we go.
See, we're coming just back to Dune in general. I feel like it would work so much better if they did it like Star Wars. I.e. they just focused on the events and didn't spend so much time on world building and let you figure it out.
Okay.
And maybe they had supplemental stuff for the world building. Okay. Like a show. They have a show.
I know. I do kind of want to watch
like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And not be like, we gotta explain every little thing because the viewer's stupid and they can't figure stuff out on their own.
I don't think it does that. My parents didn't understand the movie.
It's a little slow in places.
Yeah, it's slow, but I don't think it's like spoon feeding you everything.
Okay, but
it doesn't explain what the voice is or anything.
I get having slow scenes for proper impact. But when every scene is that slow, just kill me. Just end it. Okay. I'm sorry. It's
understandable. Okay. Fourth worst.
Fourth worst for me was Venom. The new one. Venom 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. No, I completely agree. I just realized one of my honorable mentions is actually on my list.
Well done.
So, yeah, you're going to hear that one again. But anyway, Venom, terrible. So bad.
That end song.
Here's to the ones that we got. Here's to the friends who were here.
That movie was good in that it was just stupid.
No, it was stupid. Kind of okay. Then stupid again.
Yeah.
The end battle was fun, but it should have been the whole movie. That should have been the whole movie. Or that should have been the freaking beginning of the movie.
That end battle felt like a midpoint in the movie, and the movie just ended.
And then it should have led up to Null. Like, you're going to tease Null and the whole
the whole point in this was
up.
Null, and Null wasn't even in it.
He was in it for like 2 minutes.
And
he did nothing but sit on a chair.
That doesn't count. He's not in it.
Yeah.
That's just like saying Thanos is in all the movies leading up to
Infinity War. That would be like...
He was not in it.
That would be them building up the Avengers and being like, all right, the Avengers is coming out. Thanos is in it. And then it's just the end credit scene of him on the chair.
It's the equivalent of end credit scene. That's all it is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. My fourth worst was the Crow remake.
I don't know what that is.
The Crow?
Like, okay, no, I heard the movie, but I know nothing about it.
Well, it's about this guy and his girlfriend who are killed, and then he gets the powers of the Crow, which is like this vengeful, superhuman spirit thing where he gets to come back and avenge, kill the people who killed him and his girlfriend.
Okay.
So her soul can rest.
Okay.
Or something. And the 1994 one, really good, with the one with Brandon Lee in it and stuff.
Is that I heard it's based off a comic?
Yeah, it's based off a comic.
Okay.
And Brandon Lee actually died while filming The Crow
Ooh.
in 1994. So that's his last movie that he ever did, and he's the son of Bruce Lee.
Okay.
So that movie was very like cult following. People
Got
like
it.
really have a big respect for it. And I only watched it before this new one came out, and the new one's just terrible. It's just a reboot that's like unnecessary, and it's not well done. And there's like 2 good fight scenes in it, but that's about it.
I've heard a couple people talk about it, and I've heard it was kind of
It's very bad. Just was not good.
Yeah.
Okay. Fourth best.
Fourth best, Wicked.
Oh,
Wicked was
Wicked's-
amazing.
Wicked's on my list too.
A little bit long, I'm not gonna lie, but it was still awesome.
I loved Wicked.
Music was amazing.
Yeah.
It made me genuinely interested in the world of Oz that I was not interested in before.
Yeah.
I mean, to a level of like Lord of the Rings or even Harry Potter, just like, oh yeah, this is an entire freaking world.
Yes.
Not just a quick little snapshot that's in a dream.
Yeah.
No, this is an actual world.
And it's really cool. It was so well done. Like the world building in that, fantastic. And it feels like you're in it. You know, you never get taken out of it.
And there's going to be another one.
I'm very excited.
20.1.
Wicked for Good. That's what it's called.
Oh,
I'm really
I
excited.
like that title.
Yeah.
Awesome title.
Awesome title. I'm very excited to
All
see
right,
part
bud.
2. And I got the book, but I haven't read much of it yet.
Have you read any more?
I'm only still on like chapter 4 or 5. I haven't
Okay.
picked it up in a few weeks.
How many
But
chapters is it? Do you know?
it's like 30.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so my fourth best was Heretic.
Oh!
I loved Heretic.
Did you?
I did.
I don't know why I'm saying did you like I wasn't there. Yes, it was I love that movie. That movie was
Fantastic.
just like that was a good psychological
It was.
like
It was.
psychological horror. That was
Edge
like
of your
oh
seat.
my gosh.
There's
Yes.
really like 3 people in it, and that's kind of it. There's that little
Yes.
side plot with the minister guy, but
yeah, it wasn't really.
yeah, but like the main, it's just pretty much 3 people the entire movie.
It literally
and
has you
it's so
second
well
guessing
done.
at points yourself.
Yes.
And it's just like okay, like you feel the tension. In this movie.
Yes. And I just think the script was,
was
just
awesome.
perfect. Like the
Yes.
dialogue kept me engaged the entire way through.
All the performers, actors, actresses, it was awesome.
Yeah.
They were great.
I agree.
Fantastic.
Fantastic movie.
All right.
I'm really excited. I want to watch that again at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Third worst.
I want to show somebody that movie. Okay. Craven. Craven's the
Terrible.
Hunter, which we talked about
So
earlier.
you think that was worse than Madam Web? Or no, you did Venom. That's right. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought you just did Venom.
Craven's the Hunter, which we've already talked about in this podcast. Not going to go into it. Not a good movie.
Terrible.
Just we've already talked
He's
about
something
it. in this
of a
podcast.
chameleon himself.
Yeah. Oh my god. Freaking
Oh
like
my god.
Ryder losing his mind.
Okay, my third worst, Madam Web. It's terrible.
That's your third worst.
terrible.
Wow.
There was 2 worst movies this year, but
Really?
terrible. At least I can say with Madam Web, it was at least funny. Like funny bad. You know, there was like just some parts where I was just like, this is ridiculous.
Wouldn't that just make it bad though?
Yeah, but like at least I could have fun with it. I was like,
Okay.
oh my god, you know, like that part where it's like, and when you have responsibility, there will also be a great power, and something like that.
The discount
And I
Uncle
was
Ben
like,
line.
What? Are you serious? And then something about like they make jokes about Ben Parker getting shot at one point, like don't go down the Queens, you'll get shot or something, and it's like, oh my god,
The timeline of this movie is so
ambiguous.
Thank you.
Yeah,
My brain just died.
but Sydney Sweeney in a Spider-Man outfit. I'll give her that one.
Yes.
I'll give her that one.
Yes.
All right.
Even though it was only for like 2 minutes in the beginning.
Yeah. Third best.
Third best
Mhm.
was Heretic.
Really?
Yeah.
Yay!
When you said it, I was like, oh, that's fine. Mine's a little higher up. But yeah,
Yeah.
that movie's a good movie.
It's
I liked
great.
it.
It's great.
Great movie.
Yeah. I love that movie.
All right. What's
Okay.
your
Third
best?
best? My Old Ass. So good. Do you
Don't even
remember,
know what that is.
Do you remember when I showed you the trailer for this? It's about
Nope.
the girl who takes mushrooms when she turns 18 and she meets a version of herself who had just turned, I think, 40. And basically, like, she takes this trip of mushrooms and like she's talking to herself and interacting with herself. And then she put herself's phone number in her phone. And then after the trip ends, she's still able to call her and like communicate. and it's so weird, but it's like a really good coming of age movie.
I very vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
But
It was before you moved here. So it was like when I still wasn't dragging you to every movie, but I was like telling you about them. And fantastic. Like literally made me cry in some parts.
Aw.
It's really good.
You were like, I want to do shrooms too.
No. No.
No, I'm good.
I'm okay.
But also, Ben gets busy for you.
God. But yeah, great movie. Something I definitely want to show you one day whenever we just have like a lazy day with nothing to watch, which will be
Never.
in 20 years.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll be dead.
In 20 years?
Well, I'm going to be dead.
No.
Shotgun.
Okay. Ah! Okay, Kurt. God. Okay. Second worst movie of the year.
Second worst, Bonhoeffer.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, that
was
movie,
not good.
We sat there the whole time. We had a comment that was like, you don't get it, this man. I'm like, dude, we're not talking about the man in real life. We're talking about the movie.
Yeah.
This wasn't a documentary.
If you're listening, sir, we are not insulting the man Bonhoeffer himself when speaking about the film. It was about the film. There can be bad movies about people that did good things. It just doesn't mean it just means the story wasn't told properly.
Yeah.
So, no offense to Bonhoeffer or any of his family. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for your sacrifice. And
Yeah.
but just make a better movie, man.
Yeah, Bonhoeffer's kidding.
Okay.
That movie just, ugh.
So my second worst was Borderlands.
I see it.
Freaking terrible.
They had,
So bad.
they had comedians that didn't do any comedy.
No. And it's like,
Was the movie funny at all?
no.
It's freaking Borderlands. How is there no funny
I
stuff
don't
in it?
remember there being a single time where
I never
laughed.
saw it.
But like, I mean, I'm sure there was like one or two chuckles here and there, but like
you snickered or whatever.
terrible. I mean, just so bad. It was here and gone in like a week. It feels like I saw it years ago, but yet it was like 5 months ago.
Yeah, nobody talked about it.
No,
I never saw it, but I heard nobody talk about it.
It was so bad, dude.
Yeah.
All right, second best.
Second best. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it goes without saying why. It's
Yeah.
really amazing, especially for us growing up in Marvel.
Yep.
Him quite literally like pulling two universes together, and we're like, yes.
Yes.
Like we're like, he was doing the Captain America with the helicopter. He's like, come over here,
And then,
pulling
but him
two
and
universes
Wolverine did it together.
Yep.
It was like, oh, it's everything I wanted and more, dude.
They were like, yep, it's now a thing. And everybody was freaking out. I saw a post. I was like, show this to somebody in 2012. They would have thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
They would have thought that it was like some fanfic, like some sort of like made up fan thing.
Yeah.
But yo, it's real.
It's so good.
It was awesome.
I loved it. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about it. Hugh Jackman's performance as Wolverine, I feel like, is his best. And that's including Logan.
Yeah, good old huge jacked man.
Huge jacked man did so good. And I love his variants in it. Like seeing a little midget Hugh Jackman and seeing
I know the actor was like so much smaller than the actual Wolverine.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
4 foot something, and the Wolverine's like 5'2" or something in the comics.
Yeah. But no, it's a great movie. And you'll be hearing about it again in a minute here. So
Oh, I guess I get your number one.
but number 2 is Wicked.
Okay.
Loved Wicked
Okay.
so much. I know we already talked about it, but God, I thought it was great. I knew I was going to like it when I saw the trailer. I was like, okay, I'm kind of in, but I didn't know I was going to love it as much as I did. And can I just say, I saw this movie twice, which I used to go see movies I liked multiple times a lot, but recently, now that there's so much out and so much that's like on streaming and stuff like that, I don't really get the chance to.
Yeah.
I saw Wicked 2 times in theaters and loved it both times. Liked it even more the second time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I first saw this movie, like not first. I saw the trailers. Every single movie
yes,
had a trailer or like the little AMC, be quiet and be respectful kind of thing. And I was so sick of it. But when I actually sat down and watched it, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And we talked about it earlier, but it was great.
It was great.
It was great. Oh, again, a little long, but great.
Yeah. Okay. Worst movie of the year, Ben. What was it?
Madam Web.
Madam Web was terrible.
Oh my god.
It was. Okay. My worst movie of the year was, drumroll please, Megalopolis.
Dang.
It was.
I heard it was kind of.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. It is a fever dream.
Not even like funny bad, just
No,
bad.
it's hilarious bad. It's hilarious bad, but it's to the point of where the story is so boring and dumb, it doesn't even get a pass. Like, I wouldn't even want to get drunk and watch it with you.
At least Madam Web's like kind of interesting. Bad.
Yeah, because we care about Marvel. Whereas this, it's like, it's just so terrible. All the performances are so weird. Everything is just so weirdly done.
Yeah.
And it's so bad. One day, we're going to sit down and I'm just going to show you like some of the weirdest scenes. And you're going to be like, I get it now. I get why that movie was. And it was in IMAX too. And I was in like a packed theater, which was kind of weird. But there's like that part where he's supposed to talk to someone. And they did that at like film festivals, but then like every theater in the world wasn't going to do it. So it's just like a scene where he's like looking down and you hear someone's voice in the background, but yet the screen's like 10 inches wide for some reason for that part. It's really weird.
The frick?
It's really weird. I hated it.
What does that mean? Okay.
It's very weird.
That's weird.
All right, best movie of the year.
Can you take a guess? I think I told you. Do you have any idea what it is? September 5th.
Really?
The one you fell asleep in, and I'm
I did.
so mad. I
fall
fell
asleep.
asleep during what I consider the best movie because I was enthralled the entire movie.
Yeah. I
The whole time, I'm like, what's that? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Yes. It was really good. I want to actually sit down and watch it again when I'm actually awake because I was just so tired that night. I just passed out in that theater. Those chairs are too comfy, man.
I think what happens, because I looked up the event afterwards, and I was
Yeah.
like, when you Google it, you see the image of the dude in the mask over the balcony. It's a real image,
Yes.
and it spooked me. It legitimately spooked me.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, and I just kept reading about it, and I'm like, why have I not learned this like in school and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild because
It
I
is
didn't know anything
wild.
about that, you know?
Yeah, it was like the first. They literally like coined the term terrorist attack. Like,
Yeah.
it was wild, man. Like, it just the whole time, just like, wow, just wow.
Yeah.
It had me enthralled.
Cool. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch that when I'm, like I said, when I'm
Yes.
not tired.
Yes.
My favorite movie of the year, what I think is the best. Can you guess?
No.
It's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh wait, I thought you said that already.
No, you did.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
It's
No.
Deadpool and Wolverine. That is the movie that I saw probably 5 or 6 times.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I would see the movie again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see my top a bunch of times.
Yeah, yeah. But it's not even just that. It's the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine meant the most to me. Deadpool's always been one of my favorite characters of all time.
Fair enough.
Seeing Wolverine and him get to have an interaction in a movie. Also, it's my minute real quick. If
Oh my
anybody knows the
God.
Minute app, that just look it up if you don't. I had to take that photo real quick. It's kind of like Be Real, but not. But yeah, I loved everything about that movie. The cameos were great. Soundtrack was great. I feel like the friendship / like hatred, but also like love between Deadpool and Wolverine is done really, really well.
Yeah.
I just think they nailed it. It got me so hyped for the MCU again, along with Agatha. Yeah, woo! I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But so great, so great. I loved it. All right, that
dude.
that was 2024. I'm very excited for 2025.
Are you you want to play a game, or would you rather save that?
No, let's play a game. Yeah,
Wanna
sure.
play a game?
Let's play a game.
Call me Jigsaw. All right. I have a game for you, Jared.
Okay.
It is kind of like Jeopardy in that you have to guess
I
what the
love
topic
Jeopardy.
is.
Okay.
So there are 5 questions. I want to give you the answers. They're multiple choice answers. I'm not going to tell you what the question is. So you basically have 5 questions to figure out what the question is.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one. Your choices are Nope, Morbius, and Glass Onion.
Nope. Morbius. And Glass Onion.
Uh-huh.
And I'm supposed to guess what the...
One of those is the answer. One of those is the answer.
One of those is the answer?
Huh?
To what? I'm so confused.
You're trying to figure out what the question is, but let me just guess one. Out of these 3 movies,
Yeah.
which one would I want you to get? You know, which one am I trying to get you to pick? For what reason?
Morbius.
There you go. You got it. Second question.
Okay.
The Matrix Resurrection, Ghostbusters Afterlife, No Time to Die. Which one of these am I looking for?
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Wrong. Matrix Resurrections. So Morbius and Matrix Resurrections are your 2 reference points.
Okay.
Next one. Hubby Halloween, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Alone.
I don't understand. I'm so confused. What are they? Hubby Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Alone. What is the theme between all these movies that I've named? So far it's been Morbius and The Matrix Resurrections. What is the common theme between those movies?
They both start with M, but now none of these start with M. They both have Jared Leto in them? No. Happy Halloween, Alone, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's go Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wrong. It's Hubby Halloween.
How was I supposed to get that?
Fair enough. All right. So your next options are Joker, The Haunting of Sharon Tate, and Dr. Sleep.
Joker.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Haunting of Sharon Tate.
Who the hell is Sharon Tate?
I don't know. Okay, the last one might help you a bit. Okay, Ready Player One, Night Hunter, or 50 Shades Freed.
50 Shades Freed.
Correct. So, your clues are Morbius, Matrix Resurrections, Hubby Halloween, Haunting of Sharon Tate, and 50 Shades Freed. What is the theme?
All movies that got under 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Close.
All movies that got under 20% on Rotten Tomatoes?
It's IMDb's worst movie of the year.
Oh, okay.
So instead of Best Picture...
For what year?
Several. It's like
Oh.
22, 21, 20, 19,
okay.
18.
Wow, The Matrix Resurrections was one of their worst movies of the year?
Nominated like worst movie on IMDb.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool.
So I'm like, what the frick is this?
Yeah,
Hubby
yeah.
Halloween. I'm like,
That was an Adam Sandler one. That was fun. I had no idea what we were doing for 90% of it. But once I kind of thought about
you
all of
got
them,
really close though. Like
once I thought of all of them, I was like, these are all bad.
Yep.
What was it again? Morbius, Matrix Resurrections, Haunting of Sharon Tate, 50 Shades Freed,
Hubby Halloween.
Hubby Halloween. Yeah, those were all terrible movies. I saw like 3 of them.
Yeah. I'd say you got it. Yeah.
Cool beans.
Close enough.
Cool beans.
All right, Jared.
All right.
Let's hope it doesn't
Benji.
go 2 weeks again.
Yeah, I know. But then again, we have like a little bit of time before anything comes out.
We got lots of shows though.
We do have shows to catch up on.
And games.
We should go watch Andor.
Yeah, we should.
We should. And I mean, you might like it. Who am I kidding? You're gonna love it.
Really
You're gonna love it.
You really shoehorn this in every time.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
Okay.
But even if you don't, you're just gonna have to go with it.
Yeah. I was waiting for it.